This is Samson. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
Mr. Samson is the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of Port Town. So put some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. When they make big mark. See how it's working like this here? And that's small work. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. We begin to see the beginner. Okay? Again, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is a city of beginner. And they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk. And I'm going to be the one to put it in the sidewalk. If I also want to know. So, thank you.
Power. Good evening, folks. Samson told Abrupt Radio. I want to thank you again for this evening for joining us. Those of you that are tuning in, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Good Monday afternoon. To many of you that are watching on Facebook and whatever means you have to watch, if you put us on live screen TV, which ourselves are watching ourselves here, we would love to have that. We say thank you very much. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to be here again this evening. We thank you very much for your support. We thank you very much for your continued support of Liberian Public Radio. The CEO put out something here quite recently, telling all of us that we're 15 years today on TV. Of course, we've been around before long before Facebook, but the CEO made it clear that indeed we're 15 years, and I want to appreciate it. I thought that was wonderful. First, I saw the 15 year, and then I see my picture. When they here and Nathaniel and a few other people picture. Well, what kind of business is this? Okay, and a few other people picture. I said, oh, but one picture. I'm part of the 18 year, the 15 year. I've been here before, long time before 15 years. I was very there. Then come when I scroll down, that's my picture there. Patience, Samson, too. Patience. Hey, you don't have it. Hey, you don't have it. You don't have patience when you're just talking. Yeah, well. Good evening, folks. Samson Tola, brother. We're gonna have some serious discussion here tonight, and some things that I want to expand on. Um, I want my brothers and sisters to understand as well. The country belongs to all of us. Whether they came in like bro, whether nothing happened, we thank God. Like bro, that will play. Where will go? I'm not running away from that country. Anybody want me over there coming? I come there. What you want to do, you do. Hey, that's not anything. But we're not gonna shy away from this country. That's our country. I want to thank all of you again. Those of you that are watching, please do us a favor and share this video to as many people as possible tonight. And so that brothers and sisters will come and watch it. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for everything that you have done and continue to do for us. My Lord, we thank you for the blessing. We thank you for the mercy of forgiveness. We thank you for everything. Your healing power is so great. My Lord, yes, thank you. Thank you. We don't have to think twice. We know you're there. Whatever way we turn, you're there. Whichever way we go, you're there. Eye closed, you're there. Mind working, you're there. My Lord, thank you for that kinds of movement in our life. We thank you for all the hard work. And we ask you to continue to work hard for us. We ask you to continue to extend the lives of all of us. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. For those brothers and sisters that are unable to be with us tonight, my Lord, come in and step comfort everybody. We want to thank you. My Lord, we come again tonight to put the people of the Republic of Liberia and the country of the Republic of Liberia, put them in your hands. We ask that the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Waka, be blessed. Whatever he touches, my Lord, bless his hand. Whichever door he knocks, my Lord, open the door in the interest of the Liberian people. We ask that you extend his life. Thank you for that. Thank you for things yet to come. Thank you. We know they're coming. Blessings are coming. We thank you for that. We thank you for that. My Lord, as we come out again tonight, we say thank you for everything. We say thank you for everything. As we come on, my Lord, we ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Can I do something here very quickly? Give me a minute here. Okay. All right, folks. First thing first, I want to wish my daughter, Madam Princess Gould. I want to wish her happy birthday tonight. Say thank you for that. And let me see if I can find the picture that must have come from the mom. Uh, Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I want to do this and do it good. Well, I can't even see it now. But anyway, she just turned 33 tonight, and we want to thank her. Happy birthday. We love her very much. But let's move on. Let's move on, folks. You know, there's a saying in Town Town. Hmm? Those days when I was little growing up, there was a guy in Town Town. He's from Town Town, mind you now. But he left Town Town and um, went to Sano, and he spent most of his life in Sano, from a young man to a older, not older, but to a middle-aged man. And he came back to Town Town. But by that time, he was a pastor now. Him and his wife, they used to sing the crew. We call it claw. The crew music. Ting, ting, ting. Oh, they could sing. When two of them, when they're ready to sing, that's the only time when I go to church. You know, if you singing at one wall, I go to church, just listen to them sing. But he had a trade. He had, they call him two they call him Bale. He had a trade. He kills elephant. That's all he does. And to kill elephant in the area before, not now, before you don't have to go 2, 3, 4 days walking, sometimes a day and a half walking, and you'll meet up with an elephant. He kills them, come to town, tell people he kill elephant. Why we the town people going to go caught elephant? They're taking him to Zwedru. So there's a saying in our dialect. Bala killed elephant, the whole town eat it. That means you alone can do something and everyone else enjoy. You don't have to necessarily enjoy. When this man was being taken to Zwedru because they were going to ask for license, and we didn't care. We were going to get elephant meat and come and eat elephant meat. That's it. Who care about what they're going to do to him? Zwedru will deal with it later. But let's kill elephant, the whole town eat it. And here's a reason of me saying this here tonight. We sat on this platform for a year and a half. People insulted us. And Teddy Yankan, a good friend now, called me on my show one night and said, "Why are you so foolish? You from Southeast and you are campaigning for somebody from Lofa County? Does it make sense to you?" And I said, "Yes, because I believe in the person from Lofa County. I don't have to come from Lofa County. I believe in the person and everything, the tone the person is speaking to, the tone he's sticking to, the note that he's playing, I love the note because that note is in the interest of the Liberian people. How can I be someone advocating for the Liberian people? And yes, say when I find somebody that can help me move the country forward, then I try to say, oh, because I'm from the southeast. No, Liberia is not southeast. Southeast is not Liberia alone. Monrovia is not Liberia as well. So we campaign here heavily. We even dance, embarrass ourselves. But I'm not embarrassed. If I dance among my brothers and sisters, who cares? But we made some ridiculous statement in this place here. Just so that President Wakai, whom we believe, and I still believe in him, that he would deliver. Because Liberia have gone through a lot. And sometimes some of the process, his policy, his engagement, give me encouragement to say, yes, I didn't make mistake. To say my support for this president was not a mistake. I have nothing to regret about. And so the president was here in Sacramento this gone weekend. I didn't attend that, not because I didn't want to see President Bakai, or not that I don't care for the country, but they are organizers. And those organizers, the way the thing was organized, I didn't particularly care about it. That's the way, that's their organization process. That's how they organize. It just wasn't something that I was going to be able to participate fully. And the fact that I respect the president, I don't want to go somewhere where I'm not going to be comfortable. I don't want to go somewhere where I will not be able to express myself freely. The best thing I can do, sit back, than to go make a scene of things that you necessary. What are they going to do if I go over there? I pay my money and then I start arguing with the people. They'll just call the police and get out. But it will go on paper. I don't want to do that. So I stay away. Yes, there was some friends. I have some friends in the government. They came here. They didn't even call me. That's okay as well. You see, the thing about it is, we kill the elephant. We don't have to enjoy it. Those of you that are enjoying the elephant, didn't even kill the elephant. Didn't even go hunting. Enjoy. I don't care. I have achieved the purpose. I have achieved my aim of making sure, because the condition we were in with our brother from the southeast, the condition he and his people put us through was ridiculous. And I could not defend that. Though I'm from the southeast, I couldn't defend that. I couldn't defend it with straight face. And so I thought to myself, okay, let me find someone else, even if the person is not from the southeast, but as long as they're stuck in the right note that will benefit Liberians, that's all that I care for. That is the major thing. Because people die for one man, one vote. And those tendencies must be protected. The safety of our people must be protected. The freedom of our people must be protected. And so we support it. We sat on this platform here, argue with other panelists. It was so ridiculous. In fact, and yes, hence the name ridiculous, the most ridiculous man on this platform, Samson come about. And everything we were saying, we were being truthful. How in the world that for 6 years people could not, when they rain the whole country, half of the country is cut off? Why would I want to support that? I'm an engineer by training. Roadway, specific roadway construction. All of that, I know how. Yeah, it costs money, but we have the knowledge. And these people decided to exercise us. Not for the money now, mind you, because some of us were offering our service, our expertise free of charge. And there are people, many people here can attest to that. But yet still, those who were unable to produce, they make sure we have no inside track. And they decided to put the man from Southeast to put in the bubble. And they decided to do the wrong thing. And the men from the southeast refused to call them out. And so we have no other choice but to say, okay, go your way, we'll go our way. It was a gamble. We took. Nothing is guaranteed. I supported William Yano in the 2020 senatorial election. Zopeno won. We didn't. That's the beauty of democracy. Somebody gonna have to win. Except this time around, we won. So my reason of trying to rehash this little history, if you don't know my standing, I come out here and sometimes Mr. So say, why don't you go back and view your tape and see how ridiculous you are? Yeah, I'm not gonna say read or tape. When we come out here to defend, we are sincere. When we come out here to defend, we are sincere. At the same time, I keep saying to all of you, I am in a perfect position to criticize. Because when I criticize, it's not from a position of hate. Because why would I want to campaign for somebody, put somebody in position, then I turn around and hit that person? That's not my style. If I don't want to be battled with you, I don't want to be battled with you. You got nothing to offer me, I got nothing to give you. You eat your pusawa, I say I eat my pusawa. What I want to come battle you for? So we make sure campaign hard for this president to win. He won. But like I said, I'm in a personal position to criticize. When I criticize, not from hate, from the position of hate. When I criticize, not from the position of envy, I criticize because I want things to be right. And this is one of the night. This is one of the night. A few months ago, a good friend of mine who doesn't even call me anymore. I don't even know whether he still know me anyway, but I still consider him a good friend. Honorable Flanty Kofa wanted to be the speaker, and we were on this platform. Flanty Kofa is he and I used to be member of Liberty Party USA, but he later on joined CDC, so he's no longer in my Liberty Party. But he wanted to be speaker, CDC speaker. And Unity Party refused. But I argue. My argument was because I know Flanty Kofa is. I know you have worked with him before in terms of politics. I know who he is. He's a person, everything about Flanty Kofa is Liberia. He cares for that country. There's no question asked. And so, because of that knowledge, I sat here on this platform and argued that Flanty Kofa must be elected speaker because I argued then, and I still believe, that if he was elected speaker, that he would do much more good job with this president than any other Unity Party speaker would have done. Because Flanty Kofa issue is not who I'm against, it's what can we achieve for the country. And I campaign here, I argue here with some of the smart young people we have here. Some of them, Mr. Toll, we laugh at you, Mr. Toll. Why would a government want to bring somebody of an opposition to be the speaker? The person must have their own speaker from this rank, from this party, so that they will get things together. And my argument was, Flanty Kofa, Honorable Flanty Kofa was not a type of person that would put himself above country. Luckily for us, he won. Fast forward, Flanty Kofa and this president traveled to meet the Pope. While he was there with the president of the Republic of Liberia, some embarrassing news started coming out that they wanted Flanty Kofa out. They were going to unseat him, remove him, and there was a serious conflict. And we didn't see this president to say do it right, to be public in public engagement to say do it right. We were hearing rumors. We were hearing rumors that in fact the president was behind this thing. We didn't believe it. I still don't, because I don't see this president to be someone president who care for this country, build Liberia together, build Liberia together. He says to now out of a second change and try to remove someone who was working with him to build Liberia together, and they fought hard. Luckily, the Supreme Court, the third branch of government, decided they're going to stand firm, and the Supreme Court stood firm in their deliberation. However, it's a group thing. The entire democracy stuff is whether we on different side of the aisle. For me, it doesn't matter. It's a group thing, and when the group doesn't want you anymore, even one person, two people in that group start telling you we don't want you anymore, you have to either cave in to whatever their demand is or you get out. If you believe that whatever it is you're doing is in the interest of the people and you believe their demand is not going to serve the people of the Republic of Liberia, get out. And Francis Kufa, having won the decision of the Supreme Court, decided to resign. But the president had never come out public to deny the rumors, never even spoke about it. It's there. Quite recently, we saw Prophet King, whom I don't agree with from toe to hair. Before Prophet King became Prophet King, I was one of the few people who befriended him on Facebook. He had a picture where he put his hand, two fingers in his hand like this. I still have that picture. Way back. Yeah, I believe it was jeans, pants, and t-shirt before he became Prophet Key. And when he became Prophet Key, his politics, which is for me, they're nothing. He was even invited here on this platform. But one of the things you will understand with Prophet Key, whenever you go to other people's platform, he keep his language clean. He doesn't insult until he's get on his platform. And we sat here for almost a year and a half, including this current president, including this current I call it Supreme Court Justice, Chief Justice, with all of us, all Liberians, every evening, we glued to Prophet Key's show and we watch him spew out words that you will not use, not even on your worst enemy. We saw that Prophet Key going at it, and we defended it somehow. That is a free speech. The man is allowed to speak. In fact, Prophet King came out and said, words are meant to be used. And we agree with it. Many of us. Because who else? Prophet King he's not going outside to borrow a viewer. All of us, sometimes he comes out thousands like Liberian gonna watch. And none of us, all of us that have the platform, none of us were able to stand out publicly to say every night, to say this cannot happen in our country. We will not accept this. Not even one newspaper from Liberia with any of the present government officials making or distancing themselves from Prophet Key and his antic. We're watching night in, night out, insulting. Finally, the election came, and Prophet Key became one of the outstanding campaigner for this present government. We didn't distance ourselves from him because why? We want a vote. We did not make any statement to say this type of vote, the one, yeah, we need to wash it. The other vote, yeah, and not clean you. We don't want it. We didn't do that. We accepted. In fact, Prophet Key sent money to Granjide for as opposed to pay poor wash, I believe. We never rejected that help. And then when things started going on the other side, we now claim to take the moral high ground that Prophet Key way of talking in Liberia doesn't necessarily help Liberian there. In fact, they're not a good subject matter. We will not allow this kind of thing to happen now. We punish him, send him to jail. And nobody were able to tell those who were prosecuting Prophet Key to say we can't do that. Not even me. We said we can't do that. Let the man speak. He did it. We accepted it. Why change now? Is it because we're in power? Therefore, the other people who parent and relatives that were being insulted, are they different from us? Are they or because they for them they have no feelings? Prophet Key is now serving 6 months jail term. Whatever reason they give, it's the government. They can give any reason. 6 months jail term. And they made him to apologize. And they made him to promise he's not going to use those words again. I like to see how much that promise will go when Prophet Key got out of jail. But that's the different subject matter. Quite recently, Yaka called about similar situation. A representative, House of Representative member, Yaka Koluba, during the previous administration, took the same stand as Prophet Key, except his was a little bit cleaner. But he went at it with these people, with those people. However, after the election, we watched Yaka Koluba, another campaigner for this government to come to power, for her, say everything possible to make sure this government wins. You get her, let the crook up buck get her, let the other person sit down. He did all of that. They won. The border issues. Guineans are still on the border. But because Yeka came out and made a statement that many of us don't agree with. But does that statement mean that Yeka is a traitor to the government of the Republic of Liberia or the people of the Republic of Liberia? I don't believe that. But however, Yeka has been a thorn of the side on the side of the government from day one when they had a fallout. And what was the fallout? There was certain thing that was happening. Yeka wanted those things to be clean because Yeka believed the government, the leadership, the president made promise to the Liberian people that things would not be as usual. That there were going to be a lot of changes in his government. And when these same things that were happening in the previous government started creeping into this government, Yeke said, this is not what we fought for. We're not going to accept it. I was standing against that. And he started speaking, gotten back into his own way of speaking, his tune, the same way he used to bring issue with the former government. He did the same thing. Mm-mm. We're so better now. We're in power. Why will you try to bring this kind of thing to other? The other people you can carry it too. We're in power now. You can't do this to all. We're better than that. We're no longer tolerating other views, how ridiculous they may be. We're no longer tolerating those things. And yet, again, just like former Speaker Kofa, the rumors are still running that the president was behind the removal of Yaka Kalaba. I don't believe that because that's the House of Representatives. They have the right to say what they want to say and do what they want to do. But here we are. Why am I saying all of these things? Why am I saying all of these things? Now, I'm going to be ridiculous here. And I'm not saying this government is going that route. But I want to give little example of things. There was a book that was written by former um foreign minister in the Idi Amin government. That person ran out of there. I think I'm forgetting the title of the book. But he wrote that when Amin came to power, how he came to power, he brought in his own people from the other village. And those people became his people to guide him. He started purging. His situation was worse. Started purging people who he didn't like, people who might resist. Yet, after some time, he became Idi Amin, dictator. I don't need to go far. 1980, in April, I told you guys my position already. I used to be full soldier for the past, so I know most of this stuff. 1980, when the coup happened, my own little brother was going all over the country. I got pictures to show, but I'm not going to discuss that tonight. Was going all over the country expressing and explaining why they took out the two-way party because he was one of the member of the how do you call it, PRC. Was literally he was 16, 17 years old, the youngest person among them, and the youngest army man in the whole of the country at the time. Little kid, 16, 17 years old, but he has knowledge. Wise. Listen, my brother, I'm not praising because him and myself, we don't get along. Say, I'm the queen man. Your country thing, you do your country. But he was wiser. And that was the only reason why he joined the PRC business because he wanted change. He cried in town at a very young age. When somebody was asked, "Where's your $10?" He doesn't have it. They tie that person's hand and put it on the rocks, on in the flagpole to look up in the sky. My brother, I think it was maybe about 8, 9 years old. He started crying. My mom had to go and pay the $10 for that person on several occasions, but he wasn't crying. Several occasions, my mom would pay $10, and from that point on until my mom came to America, $10 never left her lap nose. You know, the country people in her lap know the tie. $10 never left that place until she got here. When she got here, that behavior stuck with her, and so she and my father, which I frown on most of, I mean, completely frown on it. I went to the state city hall. I complained. They were collecting bottles. I mean, or can, how do you call it? Can, and they go sell it. My dad was repairing TV. And he didn't when he got here when he started repairing TV. He never went short more any time until he died. Every day he got more than $200-300 on him. He fixed TV and sell. He had in front of the house. He had table. When people come buy the TV, $10, $15, $20. what was happening. I will get back to my story. What was happening to him? My dad, when he came, he used to be a merchant sailor. So he learned how to fix watches. He learned how to do electronics while he was overseas. When he left from there during the war, they said, okay, you're foreigner, you're moved because the German were destroying all of the boat and things like that. So they brought them back to Sierra Leone. We didn't want to come back to Monreal. So he stayed in Sierra Leone and learned how to fix watches, radio and stuff. So when he came back to Monreal, he went straight to the countryside and there he started fixing as anybody from our era, they call him Brown Tool. As anybody from our era, his main job, he faced watch, he faced radio. Everybody in that era know. So when he came here, these people, people got TV. Christmas time, they throw the old TV away. The TV they say not working, they throw it away and buy a new one. So my dad would go and pick the old one up from the trash while they were collecting can. He'll bring it, fix it, and put it up. The can, they will go and sell it. So I got angry. I tried to stop them, but I said, I can't stop it when I'm going to where they're going because they use that tool to walk. So they were getting paid now. Don't get me wrong. They were getting paid. I was also helping. So it's not like they were broke. But so I went to the can factory. I told her, I said, have you guys, the two African lady, old lady, and old man, I can kind of say, yeah, we know them. Brown Toe, we know him. I said, that's my father. He said, yeah, Mr. Toe, we know you. Samson, we know. One of the kid, the father that, I mean, the man that owned the place, his son and I used to play football together. So it's something, we know who you are. So I said, I don't want my parents them bringing him on, tell them. He told me, the old man came from, he said, Mr. Toe, you want me to tell the people you take the can to and take it to my opponent for them to so they will buy and make money? They brought it here. He steal it. They brought it here. I will buy it with a fair price. Why? I said, but I'm a parent. I don't want them to go and get trash and stuff like that. He said, that's what they want to do. So I said, okay. Finally, I took them to the city hall and say, I want people. I went to the city hall. I don't want my parent to collect those kinds of stuff. The city hall, the guy in the city hall said, okay, hold on. This requires us to go to the court. Go to court. And maybe you can put injunction on that, and then the can dealer would no longer buy from them. So I went to the court and issued an injunction. So the court said, okay, we'll do that. But bring your father and your mom. So I took them to the court. True story, my people. I took them to the court. The judge asked, your son wanted to stop can. So my father said, damn blood, they win, they want He said he doesn't understand English. So the judge asked me to interpret. Then as soon as the lady who can be typing, she whispered to the judge, just say no, I changed my mind. Maybe they will tell you something that you tell me differently. So the case they closed the case. So the judge after that on the sidebar he called me and said, let them do it. Look how old they are. This is the way for them to walk around. Don't worry about it. You know who you are. Don't be embarrassed. That's the story about that. Okay. But back to the $10. My mom used to pay people $10 so they can get off the stone. So in 1980, my brother remembered all of those things. So when we all came to Monrovia, he joined the army, 1970. What was it? 76 or so. They rejected him 4 times because you're too small. And then the last one of the generals said, "Let him come in. He wants to be helping people. Let him come." And that's how Nelson ended up in the army. But anyway, so 1980, it was easy when Pa having issue with these people, and they were talking about how the people were suppressing the Liberian. It was easy for him because at that point he knew exactly what he wanted. They got involved. Mhm. They got involved. They overthrew the government, and the rest was history. The issue was the intent was for the PRC army to stay in power for 1 year, turn the power over to civilian rule. They were setting methods argument. And the argument, my brother would come home angry from the meeting. In fact, it was a one second. I don't want to say much, but people who watching me, probably they from our area, they know what that is. Okay. So at a certain time, they went to a meeting and he stood up on the table in the meeting. Said, we cannot behave as though we're the suppressor now. There are people who are out there crying that PRC is behaving like a dictator. And that's not what we did. That's not what we come to power for. From that point on, there was a big split among those people. Ask people there, he will tell you. Ask Dr. Famule, they will tell you. Let me get back to my story. Dictatorship does not come overnight. There were people within the PRC government, all friends, but they wanted the government to go different places. And there were other people said, no, this is not what we asked for. This is not what we want to go. There was an argument one time. And this I would tell you. Go and, listen, when I'm talking there, y'all do some research. There's a guy in Philadelphia right there. He wrote a paper about what I'm getting ready to say now. But I never replied that. Okay? He wrote a paper. Terry, I'll be with you. Just 1 minute, please. Let me bring you on. Just 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Or if you don't want to be shown here while I'm getting ready to talk some serious secret stuff here, I'll put you in the back if you don't mind. You want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
speak?
I will come back.
Okay, all right. So there was an issue. There was a trip they took to Ethiopia, PRC members. When they took the trip to Ethiopia, my little brother was there with them, and there was an argument between him and Dole. And the argument was, Dole, he's an older brother, but they knew each other in Nama. I don't know what Nama is, but it's a camp. I don't know what that Nama is in Nima. I don't know, but it's a camp. It's an army camp. My brother was living with my uncle, and Dole was there in the army at the time. So Dole cousin was being accused by my uncle about his wife. So they never really got along. They know the story. But anyway, on the plane coming by, there was an argument where he was provoked. My brother was. So, oh, you little boy, you're in the army, you want to be a second general and think commander general, who will respect you in the army? Dole was saying. And he got angry and went at it. From Crown straight to English. I don't want to tell you exactly what happened, but people know these stories. And there he said, you're in the army, he said to Dole. You're wearing afro. And we're telling the army people to have good cut, good haircut. But here you are the commanding general. You're wearing afro. You're in the army. People all over here seizing people property. That's not what we do, what we come to power for. The people who property were seizing in the interest of the Liberian people. You sell, if you want that, sell the property, give the money back to the people, and then, but you can't just take it and hold it. Dictatorship doesn't come overnight. The history of my brother, you know how it happened. You go watch Child Stealer when he was on trial. He told you who my brother was. I don't have to say much on that. There was another guy they called DK Wansley from Nima County. Came to visit us in Canton. He spent 1 month in Canton. He and I in the same house, day in, day out. And he started telling me things. What was happening in Nima? That the Nimadian, they were being forced to defend themselves because there was a certain group of relatives of the PRC member believe that no one else in Yekepa should get certain position. And they didn't think that was fair. Besides that, the Nimbadian were very vocal. And then they, Kuomba coup came up, and that didn't turn out right. That, in fact, gave Dole the opportunity to be the most dictator of all time. He and I, we're from the same place. When I told you guys when I went to EULA meeting 1985 when Tom Woyi was the president in Philadelphia, I stood up a mountain and said all these because that's when they started planning that Dole have to be removed by all means. If it means war, it's just war. And I stood up. I said, today you guys are planning these kinds of stuff, saying this and what have you. But when you're ready to attack, because Joe is a crime, God is my witness. When you're ready to attack, you're not going to say to some people, you're excuse, yeah, because nothing told from the time, we're not coming to you, we're going to, you will not do that. And therefore, if you want, I said, Joe has people, you think y'all go run over and running over? He will have defender. And you know what happened? Exactly. Dictatorship doesn't happen overnight. There are people within the government that have the dictatorship tendency. The president might not be someone welcoming that. But when they start misbehaving and the people respond, the government will then try to make sure that they bring all law and order. How that law and order comes to play now becomes an issue. Dictatorship in a country doesn't end well. And those of you that are in this government that are carrying on this type of behavior, they're not going to end well. Where is Jinky Scott? You think because you're in power today, you will use the authority of that power, or whatever it is, to suppress people? President Wakai is creeping up in your country. You believe in development. That's all you, when you, twice in a row during your bigger debate with Bronsky and everybody else, and you said, roads, because you know if you build roads, development agenda as being focal point of everything else. It connect community and they do the best they can. There are people within your government that are thinking and telling you that indeed what they're doing is in your interest. They are not in your interest. Who in Liberia that will want to kill you? For what reason? What have you done to anybody? You haven't even killed a fly for somebody to say they just want to harm you. You got people to protect you. Look at the kind of car you ride. Bulletproof vest, bulletproof car in Liberia. For what? This is how they turn you into dictators. They make you to believe that certain people within the country have no interest for you. They don't like you. They want to harm you. So they do these things. In 6 years, almost, you're there for 6 years, sir. You're in your 80s. I mean, what is the point? You're not in it for bluffing. You're not in it for nyanga nyanga. You're not going anywhere with anything. Your main thing is for you, as far as I'm concerned. It's your legacy. Together, build Liberia. And you, as the captain, people will build Liberia. But when you remove people like Yeke Kaloba, you remove Speaker Kofa, 2029, even if you're not seeking re-election, look at what the people tell you, President Wakai. People living in shanty houses, and so the government need to break these building down. They break it down. They're not building. People see these things. You kick them out in your name. In your name. In your name. And I know a little bit about in your name. Immediately after because I was there in Liberia when my brother got killed. And there was some issues. Me staying there. And I got called one night. And this I would say, because I got nothing to hide. Go on back, call me. Because I know Tom very well. Before the coup, we knew each other. Call me. He said, the chief want you out. Though have told Kuamba, Samson got to get out of here. Because people might think said they like me and they harm him in my interest or in my name. So you got to do all you can to get him out of there. People do things in your name, thinking say you will like it, but it's not what you want. President Wakai. President Wakai. This is creeping up. Here now, we're hearing they want to do an investigation on Amar Kone. When Amar Kone, all he said was, let's find money to support the army. They're going to come to you now and turn this Amar Kone statement into something to say they're supporting you and that this president. It was a same Amar Kone that was carrying that blue bear that night. President Wagai, it was a same Amar Kone who were doing the statistics, who were doing the counting. Where were they? Those who want to investigate Amar Kone, those that are in power right now, where were they? What was their position that night? Dictatorship doesn't come overnight. It takes time, but it creeps in. They start investigation. Like here on LPR. I get on the bullshit. I'm going to, this is not LPR, President Baka. This is a very serious business. On LPR, do that to frighten the CEO so you can send me money and for me to buy some Kesawa leave. And you can send me money. Because I said I will launch an investigation. He said, what do you want, Papa? I said, I want money for Kesawa leave. He sent me money for Kesawa leave. This is not the same as LPR, President Baka. They want to investigate Amar Kone for what? For statement he made on the floor, for Christ's sake. And we haven't heard from you. You need to come out when you people start these things. No, we can't do that. You are the father of the nation. These things slow down your developmental agenda. You have to speak. Look what happened. When you came from whatever you came that day, they asked you, you said things were happening in this country that never happened before. Other people took it around, turn it around. Removing Yaga Korba never happened before. And so things were. That was not your intent. Dictatorship, President Waka, doesn't come overnight. We have experience. President, we have led a country. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened. Do we now say, oh, in President, we have administration, the people, what's his name, Samuel Twe say, benevolent dictator, and therefore, President Waka, you're better than that. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Stand against these things. This is not who you are. Don't let the young people force you into these things in your name. They want to investigate Amara Kone. Amara Kone and I, we don't get along well. He was here in Sacramento. I spent almost a week around with him. But there was certain thing that happened, and this one is personal, I mean, my own sister, and I think I told you guys that before. There was a guy American brought with him to finance ministry, big shot, and he wanted my sister to come and be a director at a special position. But because my sister had worked for another politician, Dr. Colin, people were fun. They don't know that the guy can't save you. If she serves here, he would tell the secret. What secret they got to finance minister except to steal? And they decided, true story. I called Flanty Kofa. I was saying these things. Who cares? I called Flanty Kofa. I said, man, get involved. My sister want to go over there, got a job there, and the people bringing in Francisco. He called American. American said, okay, let me look into it. He looked into it. He said, but I know Mr. Toe. American told him. He said, he looked into it. He said, okay, let me look again. Came by, he said, my man, the one party old man said no. Because somebody have gone to the old man and told the old man that my sister have worked for the politician before, and therefore she might take some paper and leak it out to the politician. And that's why the old man said no. Dictators! Dictatorship doesn't come overnight. They force you into it to defend your position. We can't have it. To get rid of dictatorship in a country, it takes a lot. It takes even bloodshed. I still Liberian people. I still Liberian people. And I'm just saying, these type of things, they are not conducive to the developmental process of any country. We can't do those things. People are complaining. I have some friends here. They've been calling me, how come you didn't go? I explained I didn't go because. But besides that, the way I engage and know that the president is doing good by these same friends, they will call me. The one party, the other yellow machine party. I think if they do it, when you hear the critics, people who you know they don't like this government, when you hear them say if they do it, then you know they're doing good. But I'm not hearing if anymore. All I'm hearing now is this is it. Dictatorship is taking root in a government, in the Republic of Liberia. Unless President Walker, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that you will be the type of person who want to. I mean, I don't believe that. Listen to Sawyer. Amos Sawyer told us you were never fired from LPLC. He explained it. I have the video. I just not going to be playing those things. You are not a dictator, President Bakai. Don't let these people force you into those positions. That's history you are making. Your name will be on the scene list as Joseph Jenkins Roberts. Nobody will take that away from you. It's there for life. But what is the legacy? What is the history writing that comes with that process that your name going to be etched into that stone? What are they going to say about you? Years to come, when we no longer, every one of us no longer around. I got a book here written by William Yanu, mitigating the legacy of a mismanaged vision. Is that what they're going to say about you, President Baka? That your vision was mismanaged by people? Your agenda, the arrest agenda, beautiful agenda, was mismanaged by people who have no business coming close to that. But because they put you in a bubble, you are unable to discern those who really want to carry out the agenda and those who have no interest because they don't have the ability to do that. You should have kept people that Yeke Kaluba around to make that noise. Because in that process, you will determine who is doing what for you. Yeka Koluba being a critic, yeah, I don't like it. And think I don't like some of the words he used and things. Right here on my platform, I argue with Walter Cutter every time he comes out, and even argue with CEO. I don't want anybody to call you old man. They're only supposed to call you old man in a respectful manner, not in when we're discussing politics. When we're discussing Liberian policy and politics, that President Wakai, no old man business. That's my position. I don't want anybody to come here and saying anything bad that has not. They can come and criticize about policy. They can come and criticize about politics. But sometimes some of them come here and turn it into personal. Then I jump on it because it's nothing personal. It's all business. President Wagai, this is Samson told you don't know me. You don't know me. I never met you before, but I like you. I have followed you for a very long time, even during the PRC day. If you don't know this, my brother talks about you a lot. If you don't know this, uh, if you don't know this, but that's a different issue. We're not going to discuss that. We're not going to discuss that. So the issue for me tonight is President Walker. I hope that you will not. Let me bring in Terry now, and then we can start. I hope President Walker, you will not allow these people. They can put you in a bubble. I'm not denying that. They can put you in a bubble. How are we going to stop it? We're not going to stop it. It is us, as Liberian, to make sure they put you in a bubble. We'll fight to get you out of the bubble. But you have to help us out to fight for you to get out of the bubble because there's nothing good in our bubble for you. They're not going to help you. They're not going to do anything good for you. They put you in that bubble. It's for them to steal. They put you in that bubble. It's for them to do things that are not necessarily good for the country. You didn't come to this position as old as you are, as a grandfather. You didn't come to lead Liberia to put us back into the hole that you dug up from. That's not what you come here for. That's not what God led you to come here. God brought you here for a specific reason. And the reason must be carried out, President Wakai. We will continue to talk about it. And people will accuse us as being unfair because we call people names. We say these people. Yes, you call people to help you. And if these people are not carrying out specific tasks, we will call them out. But help us, President Wakai. Help those of us that have no interest in government job. Those of us that have, not that I don't want money, I'm not rich, but whatever that I do in our country, I will do it free. Whoever benefit from that, that's their problem. That's not my problem. God know in my heart, I didn't get money. The rest is history. If anybody else get money on that, that's what they do. I would put my expertise to something. This in the last 3 weeks, in the last 2 months, since I came back from Liberia, 2 o'clock in the morning, I get to work. I'm gonna do it again tonight until I'm done. Help us, President Wakai, to help you get out of the bubble. Dictatorship is creeping in. It's creeping in. Before you look, you're shaking hand with dictator. And the dictatorship will be taking hold. Let me bring in Terry. Terry, good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your plate, sir?
Well, just watching you giving your whole, I don't know what it is, putting it in context and a direct message to the president, I would say, uh, from what you see coming forth. And that is what it is. When a leader start going, he don't wake up, he gone. And when he goes, it become very dangerous for him in the end when the voters decide to change their mind and then everything changes. But yeah, I think the president. may get your message, and all of that. And it's a good thing that you said what you said because you've been there before. Uh, you know exactly what's what. I was shocked when you said some very important and interesting things about your brother and you involving into the whole, coup and things like that. That was huge. Yeah. But it is what it is, and that is Liberia for you. I think we have progressed now due to the level of technology. Our age, our dispensation have shifted. There are several things that happened during your time that will not happen now. And the reason is simple. Propaganda, you know, the propaganda then is different from the propaganda now. The propaganda then, people talk, when they talk, that was it. Anything they said, no way to verify, no way to inquire as to what it is. Everything that was said, the people believe it. And if you keep giving a man propaganda enough, it will stir up hatred in his heart. And I think that is what the politicians use to really create instability in the country. But there was no bad government to the extent that we should have gone to war, even though the war was unavoidable, like I always used to say here. But one of the main reasons why the war was fought, because all the countries around us did not fight the way we fought. And all the countries around us they were colonized. They went through terrible times more than us, even South Africa, all these places, the ones that fought war, like Ghana, Nigeria, it was all on the basis of propaganda. But this is the good thing in our dispensation is that propaganda can be dispelled, and the ones that cannot be dispelled have to be clearly seen by video evidence, audio evidence, and the Liberian people can see it clearly as compared to the days where things went haywire during those days. So we do expect that every leader in our dispensation should take cognizance of the fact that they can no more be dictators, especially in Liberia. I know Africa as a whole got dictator a lot, but our country, Liberia, due to our history of recent years, we cannot give birth to a dictator. Liberians will stand against you greatly. They will stand against you. There will be no amount of bullying that will suppress them. They will come from every side against you. So I think the president knows that very well, and I think he will take cognizance of that. But like what you're saying is something to look at, something very interesting, and all of that.
Yeah,
My
but
concern,
Terry, before you come to your concern, during uh, Flanty Saka, rumor has it the president was behind it. During Yeka Koluba Saka, rumor has it that the president was in it. During what's his name? What's it? Prophet Key issue that the president was in it. No. Why is these things coming up like that? So if he's in the knows, if the rumor is correct, what is he saying about it?
but in
He comes out and say, and I know he heard these things. President Waka hear these things. What else would he come out and say when you're walking and dog barking and you start throwing rod at each of the dog, you will waste your time. If he doesn't hear these things people say. Not all the dog you would throw rock to, but the one that closer to you want to bite you, you gotta throw rock before it bite you. The dog that way over there barking woo woo, let that one go. Who cares? But the one coming close to you, you gotta throw the rock. And how do you throw the rock in this political issue? By using the same platform every one of us using. Don't leave it for Leman Pierre then to come and talk for you.
but
So
but
go ahead.
but Labor, that's what I'm saying now. So uh, the rumor, right? Rumor is not facts,
I
and
understand that.
that's why many people don't believe some of these things that is being said. In as much
Terry,
as
Terry, let me hold you
we
right there. Let me
we
hold you
know,
right there. Let me hold you right there. You are quite correct. You said that because you said right there in Minnesota, where you know things can be verified very easily. In Liberia, the level of understanding, even right now when you live in Angola, Liberia, people you used to hang with long time ago, your conversation not the same anymore. When they're talking, when they say something, you say, "Oh my goodness, it's what's this one coming from?" It's the same thing. The way, and you know that the way we think back home, it's
yeah,
easy
we
to be
it's
influenced.
I understand, but equally so. That's what I'm saying. The dispensation, the people have changed, liberal. Every day, every year I go back home. During your time, whatsoever the politicians told you believe them. Whatsoever what the narrative was, the leaflet they put here, people were gathering because they didn't know better. They thought that whatsoever these politicians who came from America, who or could quote, I know now they're quoting Winston Churchill, who could quote all those people. When they quote those things and give, that intellectual explanation back up my feet, and people, you believe them. Oh, yeah, that's true, the people talking. We need an uprising that will bring change. But have the change, but did the uprising bring any substantive change? No, it did not. Instead, it destroyed the country even worse. Like today, I listened to the VP. I almost cried for my country when he was
We're,
talking about
we're,
electricity.
we're coming there, yeah.
You see, so what I'm saying is that did that really transform the country? It did not. Yeah, your bro, or how you call it, thing, multi-party system, but that the one we eat, multi-party system.
But here's the thing, now, Terry. The food that you're supposed to be eating, you yourself, the people themselves are destroying the food. And what do I mean by that? This going election. This going election, there were people that were elected that have no interest in that community. They would take people from different communities, truck them
Agree.
to that community. And you want to sit here and tell me that
But that what I'm
people have
saying.
changed?
That what I'm trying to tell you, that the system you fought for, you had good intent, you were willing to change the trajectory, but the people that was driving the system did not have the same mind you people have. They were using propaganda.
Okay, I
They did
understand
not
that.
have that
I
good
understand that.
intention.
What I'm saying to you,
Yeah,
I understand your point. Quite correct. But that the statement you just made, you're gonna have to hold on to that until 2029, when all of those people that we know they have nothing to offer the country have all
right.
been have all been set aside and brought in fresh blood that we know can do work. Then you can say that to say things have changed now. But what have changed? Yeah, they can verify that. But what do? They take these same people, and put them back in power. We saw
But the
that.
people are waking up, liberal. That's what I keep saying, right?
Okay. Oh,
The
okay, for the
society
2029. Okay,
the
okay.
society waking up. There's a gradual process of election going on. If the people could move former President Weah in after 6 years, that tells you that the people are waking up. And one of the things that you must also consider, the way the diaspora Liberians are waking up is not the way they were waking up before. It's not like before. They are getting involved. That is why today people can have shows. You get 1,000 views, you get 5,000 people, and they are speaking. In as much as we talk about everybody want to be political, but people getting to realize now that it becoming a Liberian responsibility to change the trajectory of the country. So anybody who try to bring in dictatorship now, you're gonna lose. You're gonna waste your time because the people will deal with you at the ballot. They will not hammer you. They will wait for you. They will
Yeah,
deal with you at the
yeah,
ballot.
Terry, dictators, they don't depend on borders. Dictators do not depend on borders. They depend on peddle influencing. They pay people to do their dirty work.
I
A
agree.
government that has money, a government that has the look. I tell you this, and I'll be very honest. I don't care what CDC and CDC say. The president, we are wanted to really keep the power. You are not going to concede. You are not going to do that. You will drag the thing to court. And by the time bribing this person, bribe before the kid goes against us.
But then the country will go into chaos.
It was
Like
just
I'm
a matter
saying
of
to
time.
you.
No, not really. Because
Yes, it
listen,
was, bro.
no, listen now. The first thing, yeah, politicians will start making noise. They were not going to go to war. That's one thing. But they will make noise. Those that if we're not winning, we were going to make the noise. But here's the issue here. President Weah would have, so after that, I said if, and only if, but he didn't do that. After that, most likely he would have changed course. To say, oh, these people almost took me out. There are things that I'm not doing right. I will do it. But by that time, he's already in the hole.
But that is where it's very difficult. Like you always talk about the bubble. It's very difficult for somebody to be put in the bubble to come out easily, especially a president.
Okay.
Power is that deceptive.
Right.
And you just gave the analogy about the late former President Doe, and when he was going downhill. And not because, not because of not this thing don't only happen to him. Look around Africa. Look at the leaders around Africa. Look at the African leaders.
Look at Uganda.
Educated.
Look at Uganda.
Look at Uganda. So all these people, power have a way of making you to feel that you can trust it. All right. And that's the danger, like what you just said here. When the president start looking at only the people who he thinks support him, especially people that was not there from the beginning, they just came out of the blue after he became president. Oh, Mr. President, we start supporting everything he says. That even wrong, they don't reprimand him, they don't say anything. They praise him. That the same group of people we had during Jawia time. They will praise you, they will defend you until you lose the election. When you lose the election, they disappear.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see them again.
Mm-mm.
You see, that is who they are because they're hustling. Everybody hustling. These are parasites. They're looking for means to survive. So they will only come out for the president to defend him when they notice that they can get something when they do what they're doing. But they vividly will see the error, but they will promote the error. Then people who try to say, no, this is not right, then they will go for them because they feel that going for them will make the president feel happy.
Yes. It's in the interest of the president.
Right.
Okay.
So, not knowing is destroying the fabric because labor, let me just say this before you come in, please. When like men at Amara Corner that you just on, these are people who have they get following.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like Yeke Koluba here. You like Yeke Koluba get crazy here, but Yeke Koluba get following. I strongly believe that if Yeke Koluba is in the House of Representatives, 2029 he will vote for Joseph Boka. If we are on the ballot and JMB is on the ballot, Yeke Koluba goes to the polling box, he will vote for JMB.
I believe that too.
Here is the thing here. Our people, they're too timid. And that's why I say they are generally the seditions. All right? They are very timid. They're attack dog, but we after people. You can't win. You cannot secure anything like that. Why? Because these people, when you attack them, here is what the opposition will do. The opposition will play the video when they were supporting you.
Yes.
The opposition will play the video when they were supporting you. And there's the danger. People will see the video that they've been supporting you and say, oh, so that how these people can act? And it will affect the minds of the people towards you. It will start to change their mind.
And that's why the great mind of people like what's his name? Moluba Molu, it's not too far away from CDC. They're waiting.
Exactly.
They're waiting. They're putting clips that, like you correctly stated, this is not our time. We didn't have no clip those days. We have Revolution, which was written here by Pa and then shipped by how many copies can they ship from here to Liberia? They ain't got that kind of money. Okay? So if they ship like maybe 200-300 copies, that's it. And you just go around. Now the point here is this there. CDC, they have clip now. And they will come back and said, listen to this guy, and listen to that one there, and
Right.
listen to the one here, then we ourselves now will do our best to defend. And that's what I'm saying to the president. Help us to defend you. Help us to defend you. You can't go around with people who have look at what's his name. I have a video that I came across here today, and I'll put it together and play. Limit. What's the name? Lemon Pierre, whatever his name. Why are you cussing
Jerry
President?
Lima Pierre. Jerry
Why are you
Lima.
cussing President Weah for? For what
Oh, you
reason?
were causing President in recent time?
I saw the video. At the president. He did this. He did that. What are you cussing the man for? What are you saying all the things, nasty thing about him for? That's not your job. You are not there to rerun the election. The election is over. We won. Move on. Move on. Move. I'll put it together. I'll put it together and put the audio on there. Why will you do that?
I expect the Unity Party government to be mature, educated,
And that's
and
what we
very
said.
much informed. That's the reason why, we supported them. We see them to be, but sometimes the way they behave can really surprise me. When you start going after your heroes like that, you expose yourself. Bigly, you expose yourself because once you touch them, you expose yourself. And like what you see, liberal, attacking. First of all, you already won the election. You are the one in power now. There are certain things, like one of the things Jeremiah Kun said. Jeremiah Kun said the job can't wait. It can't wait. The energy, the abusing people,
You're not bringing it up twice.
you know,
Let's get on with that. Let's get on to that
yeah.
subject matter. I'll be opening the line soon, but let's get on with that subject matter. What do you make of Jeremiah Kun? Because I have the stuff here, but I don't at this time. I don't want to play too much video. I have his video here. What do you make of what's your understanding? You see, let me just say this. You see, I don't know who advising these people. This is not like you correctly stated. This is not time of back of Matthew Dan. You don't put something in the front that's supposed to be in the bike. You saw the clip, the very first clip they played, where he said, you think there are people in this country besides the army that will fight for the country. We got people, I'm paraphrasing now, we got people, 4 or 5 people can go and take a whole town. Look, they call it. He didn't play the
Yeah.
rest of it. And he said, what do you think about it? People want to hear. Those are statements that are supposed to be in the bike.
Right.
But he put that in front and he started talking the real reality in the bike. CDC will not go to that reality. They will take that first clip.
And now what they will run
The
with?
vice president. Why the vice president came out and said, look, basically what he was saying, it's not like we can't win war or we're not able to fight. And that is sing song I've been singing here.
Exactly.
We don't need the army 200 and some more people. They can fight that in Liberia. You think when war start right now, you think Bob nigga will be in the church?
That you didn't.
You think that guy from Nima County who's sitting down with 2 of his lieutenants, you think he was staying there? No. You think people like those generals then that wanted to arrest Yeka Kolba, you think they would sit down? No. But the problem is what happened. That's exactly what the man said. What happened after the war? What do you do? So Terry, what do you make of that video? Anyway, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I think Jeremiah Kun did well politically. He's smart. He dodged some questions that were technical that the journalists there asked him, and he did his job pretty well. But what I also sensed from the interview was to exempt himself a little bit from the executive. And I thought that the opposition were going to run with that, but they were not able to pick that up. Like the question I was posed to him about, his role as a vice president. He said his role is to be packed. It's almost like saying the same thing President Boka said, but in a very, very diplomatic or very cunning way that many people will not identify.
And he's very smart. After that, he cut himself. Every other line after that is the president told me. The president said to me. The president. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. I was
But
laughing
you were,
myself.
yeah, you were literally saying that I'm packed. All right,
Yeah.
I can only do so much, but I cannot do what I really want to do. I can do it because I have a president that is the boss. He's the one in charge. So but I thought it was a fascinating conversation that he had today. In even that area you just explained, that just exactly what he meant. And I don't want to really expound on that, but that is what it is. It's like not that we can fight these people, but we decide to use a soft diplomatic way to get this thing off our shoulder because I think this is what it is. And that is what I keep telling Unity Party people that if there's perception that they want Gafuan to go for 2029 instead of Jeremiah Kuhn, they will be losing an election
I
on a
told you that
high
one.
scale.
I told you that one when I came from home, right? And he said,
Right.
no, that will not happen. If
Uh,
Kafuan name is all
that
over.
is what I'm hearing. I'm
Yeah.
hearing that they want Gafuan to go as standard bearer if
Yes.
God forbid something, the Papa decide not to run, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Right.
Gafuan is their choice. And that is where they will lose bigly before
And here's
CDC.
the thing, yeah. Here's the thing, yeah. Nimanians that are within the Unity Party will ice for primary between Jeremiah Kuhn and Kafuan. And it's
Exactly.
going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting if Kafuan pull President Bakai playbook, what he did to Kumi, if he does that to Jeremiah Cole, that would be a different subject matter. But no, things are getting very interesting in the country, Terry. So we're saying basically, uh, I'm not too sure. I really do not believe that President Baka will seek re-election. I don't think so. I think his wife will say no, no. Your name is in the book already. Your name is already on the stone, etched in the stone. Let's get out.
Well, Libra,
I don't think.
I'm
No,
not seeing, there's a possibility what you're projecting could be factual.
President Waka most likely
Power,
will not want to die in the office. Not that
but
he's going to die.
power can do
I
many
don't
things.
see it. I don't
Power
see
can do
it.
many things. But
I
but
don't
if
see it.
that be the case, that could be one of the things because you from Liberia, you know the tension that going on in the country between Jeremiah Kuhn and Wahini or Gafwan, and all of that. If you see major moves, then it means that there is something gearing towards that. But if you're not hearing any major move
No, you're not going
in that
to.
direction,
President Waka knows very well. If he were to come out now and say, I'm not seeking re-election, the rascal, as he put it, they will do nothing except to steal. But the fact that he has not made any announcement, most likely by this time, him and his wife, the only two people that know exactly what he wants to do, not even the children. So with that hanging over their head, they're going to try to maintain and they're going to have to respect. But if he come out now and say, I'm not
yeah,
going
no,
to,
I know. Now he
yeah.
can't do it. It's
So
too
he
early.
can't do it now. So that's
It's
why
too.
the
It's
Jeremiah,
not even
the
safe for the
Kafuan,
government.
yeah, that's why the Jeremiah Kun, the Kafuan, then they're all in line right now. Okay. But interesting thing gonna happen.
But they okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say Kafuan is not really utilizing the space. He
You think
knows his
so?
name is out there. He knows that. But he's not actually coming out not to carry the flagpole now, but to do observation. To you saw Dr.
Prospect.
Jones, Mill Jones when he was central government governor over there, he was going places.
But
Where
that
it,
is
where
but that
it,
is
it was
that
not a
that
place
that
to go.
that what Jeremiah is recommending to Steve to steal that position for him.
Yeah, but here's the thing
Jeremiah
now. Yeah,
Kuhn is recommending that the government be loaning. That's almost the same way or Mill June were doing. That
yeah,
the
yeah.
government start loaning money
And
to the
Yamarku is in a
citizen.
right position because he himself used to be in the same position. Most of the market women and Yana Border and he knows that. So
Exactly.
when he make these kinds of statements, knowing you see that this is, I'll be careful, but this is something that I hope he will recognize because most likely they don't have the money. for the kinds of things that he's pronouncing. But knowing full well that there might not be money there, he make that pronouncement, and if Kafua is unable to produce, they say, but Yamaku said, but the man say he's not doing it because he think this is what
but but
the politics, the
the
campaign
politics
is
playing,
on.
and only the smart people will catch it. But yeah, is the thing. Do you remember the time Gafan went in the room? He went to the house, to the Senate. The tension that was in the room,
Yeah,
there was a serious tension in the room. The
right,
body language and all, it was
yeah,
not easy. And when he said he don't have a lawyer, at that time Jeremiah Kun was presiding.
yeah.
I could see the tension.
Whenever
I knew that.
whenever he
Yeah,
goes over there, whenever he goes to the Senate, that's campaign ground for him.
exactly.
Because by the time he gets there, other people, you see, this is where this whole you chop, I chop business is hurting us. Because if he gets there and say, I don't have it, and sincerely he doesn't have it, but for them, they feel that he's blocking, they're chopping him off. You don't want to. So they turn that against and go after the president as if president most likely instructing him not to give. You see? And this is the statement I was going to make earlier. At this time, almost 3 years into President Baka administration, bring John Monroe.
Wow, this John Bolu story will not
Yeah.
end.
Bring John Monroe and let him shake up.
Ah,
Bring John Monroe and let him shake up because John Monroe will. If I was Jeremiah Kuhn and I have the power to convince the president or Kafwan and I have the power to convince the president, I will ask the president to bring John Monroe. Because if you bring John Monroe in this government, you will lend credibility to this government hugely, like Donald Trump said, bigly.
well,
John,
I don't think so, Liberal. Right now, these people have done so many things that if we bring John Malu now, it will bring the government down instead of carrying the government morale up. That was one of the reasons why Ellen decided to take John Malu from there. Because John Malu is not the kind of guy that would deal with inner workings. He's the kind of guy that will go on the public radio and tell you exactly what your government doing that is not right.
no, but John Monroe don't just do that. Before John Monroe exposed Madame Salif, there's a book. I think I read it somewhere. John Monroe have warned them over and over,
Yeah, but
but they were not
Liberia,
listening.
Liberia people will listen. Somebody already put their hand in the cookie jar. They not eat
No, but that's what
all
I'm
the
saying.
money.
John Monroe don't just get out and go public. He talked to you. Said this is not what coming up. Your book is not reflecting what you're saying you're doing.
If you
How
bring
can we
John
help
Malu
you?
now, Liberia,
John
from
Monroe
the
always.
beginning, that's what he should have done. But now there are so
I
many
agree
things
with you. I
happening.
agree.
If
You're
you
bringing in people.
you will get too much boon to the opposition.
Not only that, anybody that would jump ship right now that have the inside track, they're going straight to the opposition.
Exactly.
They will start leaking. They will start leaking like stiff. So Walter Carter, I send you and Tule May, I send you the link. I send you Tule and Dr. Mali, I send you the link. I don't know what you want me to do again. I send you the link.
Why you say he didn't get a link?
Yeah, he said, Liberal, you decide to have a two-person show tonight. No. Walter Carter, I send you the link. Look it up again. I don't know how many times I was saying the one link over and over. Let me put a link over here. If you can grab it from here, Walter Carter, and come on. I'd like to hear your view anyway. No big
Yeah,
deal.
I see that you sent in the link.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. But it's actually about what's going on here.
So Dr. Mali, Walter Carter, whoever want to come on, the link is right there. CEO, I didn't ask you to put anything up here. That's why I asked you. Your hand coming to move around. I hope you coming to come play with my thing out now. But Terry, let me open the line. Folks, we're going to open the line. Those of you that want to call, 916-533-2048. My main subject matter here tonight is a plea to President Bakai not to allow corruption, not to allow dictatorship to take root in his government. Give us a call 916-533-2048 and talk to us about anything on your mind. Hopefully we can answer. We'll be able to help you. 916-533-2048. Give us a call here. Samson told Labra. So Terry, while we're waiting for the call, let me come to you again. So how do you call it? The yellow machine. I'm gonna call my little brother, and I need to help him. But you see that one thing about the grand leader politician. When I try to help them, they don't listen to me. You know, right now, any superintendent, I would, sometimes I can just feel bad for the children. George, we administration. There was one of the well, I will not call it position, but he's my brother-in-law, my wife older brother. So they gave him position as one of the county leadership leader. So he asked me, I'm going to do this. Can you help? I said, fine, because at that time, the people, they answer, they ask for money for all these people. I said, fine, I will help you. But I told him, I said, look, you're coming to taste power. What you need to do when you get this position, when they say somebody died in Quinamo, go there. Even one gallon King you say carry. When they say somebody getting married in Jirobo, go there. Any good thing or bad thing, anything happen, do it. Find your way there. You not test power. You can't leave from here and sit down tomorrow. Oh, something. Big brother, I will do it. I will do it. I said, okay. You get there, you're not even moving around. They out of power now. You know what you're doing now? If
No.
I call a position now, people know who he is. I will not call a position. But he's somewhere right now, somewhere that he's not supposed to be.
Hmm.
This guy is a popular person. This guy is a popular person in Grand United as well. But Terry, when you get in those positions, politics, it ain't got small politics, it ain't got big politics. I'm on a project right now for Grand United Association in America. They're building a project. They're building a football field. They're building basketball field, tennis court, volleyball, kickball, memorial park, and all that kind of good stuff. You see that he ain't coming in calling you. What you want?
Liberal.
Why you not coming on? Then you want to blame me?
No, no, I'm not blaming you. Maybe it's some technical thing, but you've been sending it to me. The few times I've been getting it, but it did not appear on my email, so that's why.
Okay, so what you calling for? No, sweetheart. You must say we ain't got no kumbaya behind us. There's no friendship. What's on your mind?
I like the topic tonight. I want to participate.
Okay, goodbye. Okay, you want to participate? Then call in,
I'm calling in. How the number I call?
Yeah, but I will not keep you here for more than 2-3 minutes.
No, I can't come in. If you send the link to me, probably you send it in.
Okay, but look on the screen feed now. You'll see the link there. Copy it and put it down.
Let me see what you're talking about. The screen feed.
Go on the comment section. The comment section. Go on the comment section. You see the need. You see the stuff. The CEO put it up. You see it?
Okay, hold on.
Okay, bye. Bye. Don't waste my time. Bye. Bye. You see it? Bye. Come in. So Terry. So the ICE, to be the chairman of the committee that will put this thing together. So most of the young people that I'm working with, they're very brilliant Nigerians, unbelievable. So we're putting it together. So one time we have a meeting. And I try to tell the president, Madam President, this is a political project. Oh my goodness. She was so upset. Why are you gonna call it? I said, well, when the people elected you. Eh? You are an elected official, even though the Grand United Association are committed, but you are elected and you're doing project in the interest of the association, a political project. But she couldn't.
Exactly.
Later on, she understood, and then she don't complain anymore. But there's nothing small in
No.
politics. In politics, you just make sure Once you have people on, why it is open and keep flocking us in Grand Union County? Every time we go against it, he flock us. You know why? Because he was able to. He can be boasting about it. He said, "Somebody born baby, I send them baby top." What?
But that what you're saying, right? The people are not educated to the importance of the vote
No, but that's
because
not.
the people do not know what
But
the
that's
vote
not Zopen.
is.
That's not Zopen interest to educate the people.
I know that's why I'm agreeing with you.
So I
But
get you.
I'm saying that is the political strategy. That is why
Yeah,
we keep
yeah.
having the recycled politicians and the same
Right,
situation continue
right.
because we vote on the basis of you know common things,
Hmm.
that kind of mediocre stuff.
Right, right.
You,
So
you know, but people need to be educated. That is why the government or certain or
the people
civil
carry.
society
Don't waste your time. The
organization
people in power will
supposed.
not let you educate anybody that will
If you
expose
have
them.
a civil society organization, you can go about educating people about the value and the importance of the vote,
Okay, all right.
neighbor.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The,
I
the,
agree
the
with you.
government will stop you once you act like you're
No,
not involved with
they're not gonna
politics.
stop you. They're not gonna stop you.
Let me tell you, the government will not fight you when you're not speaking against them. Once
They will
you
not
come
stop
with
you.
your organization and behave transparent, that's a very powerful tool to undermine any government that does not present what they say. You go to the public, you go to the people, you go in the villages, you tell the people about the importance of their vote. Many people don't know that. Like what you say, if you bring 1 gallon of palm wine or you bring 1 gallon of something, you sit down with the people, you're live, you speak in the
That's
dialect,
it.
you
That's it.
drink together.
And that's
The
why
people
Zoe is
believe
so
you
good.
straight.
That's why Zopen
You
is
see?
so good and
So
continue to flock us in Grand Union County. And you will flock this. If he wants to seek re-election, you will flock us again. All that thing, all
possible.
that noise we're making is nothing because the people themselves they have been trained to vote against their own interest.
Exactly. Because
Okay.
they don't know the importance of that vote that they're giving. They don't know the importance. They feel
Mhm.
that when I gave you my voice, a sign of appreciation or thanking you. Like what you
Yeah.
talk about,
For
I bring baby
for
top.
yeah,
Oh,
bring
but any
to the
man,
chicks.
yeah,
Huh?
any man brought baby top here for me
Yeah.
when my daughter, when I born my baby. I will vote for the man.
But
They
then
don't know what it
Zopen himself
means.
he himself can boast about it. He said, "Yo, will not win a place here. Yo, will not beat me. I buy people baby top. I get them some if they need if the wife pregnant, I help them take them to the hospital. I put people children on scholarship instead of you to bring in policy that will supply baby top for the entire citizenry of Grand Union County. Instead of you bring policy that will bring money in the county to make sure children go to school and you don't have to put 200-300 people on scholarship. You cannot put the entire county on scholarship. You don't have that kind of money. But
You
that's
see
not
that what the government radio stations supposed to be doing now,
they don't do
educating
it. They
people. They
don't do
supposed to
it.
have program
No,
educating people on how the importance of the vote, speaking the various dialects.
Jeremiah
Mhm.
Lama Pierre, he said, Joe, we have spent $150 million to steal the vote. What proof do you have? I will
But
play it.
they're in power now. They can persecute.
But
They got it. Yeah,
I
they
was
got the
going to go
power.
after you. I was going to go after you the other time when you brought that same thing up. You're in power now. Well, can we in power? What
Mhm.
we can prosecute the people?
Persecute the people.
Samuel
You
12
got
coming
all
to
the power you
Samuel
got.
12 coming to clean our clock. Samuel
The,
12 will
the, the
clean
Samuel
our
will not escape that thing, Deborah.
okay, okay,
He,
okay.
he will
Why?
not escape.
You don't think
They
so?
were hawking. I don't think so. All that Tabata people talking, they are not following the case. If you're following the case, you will know that Samuel Toa already shot his head in the leg. All
Let
that
me take
plenty BB talk, it can't go nowhere.
rescue three. Rescue three. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your mind, sir?
Hey, Mr. Doyle, tell me how you're doing tonight.
We're just having good fun here tonight. I wish it was just two of us every day. It would be nice. And none of that taba from the other person and the other person. Just two of us. But let's hear
No,
from you.
we need to bring the other garden to get an opposite of view from the garden because I think by then coming in, they're straightening our also just to encounter them. But what I call tonight, there's a very important topic that you have been discussing is this too. Especially for coming. The Nigerian politicians, sometimes Like your politics, you got to be very smart enough for yourself. In fact, before a politician use you. In the case where you can call over. You can call over want to add and they let them up on Nima County. The higher continue for you can call over in the coming by election against you for the CDC. Not from your party. I'm sensing it because the Moluba Molupo here to go again, you can call over CDC will prefer supporting Moluba Molupo than you can call over. And Josephine David decided to run again, you can call over CDC will support to that David compared to you can call over. In short, regardless of what's in our data net that you can call over may have the government, you can call over should not allow itself to be used by the opposition. You are in Ghana there, you can't even know you go to your family and come by and stay, you were saying, as a representative. Why you think that Thomas Fala, the senator for San Jose, why you think the people are in the opposition? Thomas Fala, we used to call him, used to call him Tifa. Why you think after the election, Thomas Fala, they cross over? They are not crossing because they want to support Joseph Boaka, or they're not crossing because Joseph Boaka is a countryman. They are crossing because they want to protect their political interests. In short, you fought against a certain government. You say a whole lot of nasty thing about a person. You say a lot of nasty thing about his wife and his children. You stood up to them, you removed them from power. Then right after the power shift to the opposition, then you go back to the same way and say going to there getting opposition to the ruling party. You think that people fully support you? No. And my last point I want to make tonight is our Liberian community will need to learn something again. Like during the mentality sometimes it can frustrate sometimes. Like there Putu Mati program over the concession in Putu Mati. Look at the AMLG. Due medicine was recommended by CDC before you people your party could come on board. Due medicine is talking to you people for all they have to join together for the Liberian company. They say no, you don't want to do the Liberian way. Now the concession is slipping for your hand now. You come in by now to say, oh, there's some document that you are submitted, we are not submitted. Why wait? Why not we come together and get here to do things together? But when one Liberian man in power, they want to keep other Liberian people aside. I don't think it's fair for the country. So if we want for the country to go power, you find a corporation, you can Liberian can come all together, have a concession. Instead of everything here, I'm going to go to the foreigner. The foreigner taking the money, we are not benefiting from it. We only get 3% from the royalty that they're giving us. But when the Liberian company take over the concession, regardless of the letter that will be there, there will be husband, there will be husband that will benefit from the company, from the concession. Thank you for the show, Mr. Toll.
Thank you, Rescue 3. So Terry, Rescue 3 is making some good point, folks. We will now take the number out. And let me go back here. Terry, the Rescue 3 is making some good point, but here's the thing about that. Liberia and Liberians that I know, we have no interest of moving each other up.
Exactly.
Our interest is to tear each other down. The sad thing is that we put war in between. But Liberians from start, it's always like that. And this is why Two-Way Party was able to stay in power for that long. Because they just put us against each other, the country people. When the Two-Way Party people give a countryman a job, that entire county, if they get a big job, that county going from there to care cow, to go care cow in Monreal because they get their son job. Forgetting to know that their son have education. They're not even going to think about that. The same thing.
That's a problem.
Yeah, the same thing here. We love the foreigner more than we love ourselves. In the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, they used to have what they call APL or some kind of PL. Where you take bad loan, how do you call it, shoe rack loan and things like that from the Liberian people. Why we can't? And who make those things? The carpenters are Liberians. So we
Exactly.
can't go to the carpenter shop and say, okay, let's make this man the business guy who he is. We're gonna get mattresses from the 11 people. We'll get the bed free and think that from the carpenter. We don't do that. The carpenter go and make the bed free and everything. The 11 men buy them for cheap and sell it to us on LPA or LPA, yeah, LPA, where they go to finance ministry and collect your check. And then they bring you they take that money from there, the other one they give it to you. They go and collect your check, and then you go to the 11 man store, and then he give you change after you take the money out. This is Liberia. It's still happening. It's
But
still happening.
there is something Jeremiah Kuhn said. He said something very important. He said most Liberian companies or businesses that they saw, they understood that most of those companies or businesses were operated by a Lebanese, but they had Liberians in front because Lebanese people cannot own a business in Liberia unless you go through, some kind of concession or some kind of stuff, legal process. You can't just, own a place. So most of the businesses, they found out that most of the business when you went on evaluation tour, that most of the businesses owned by Liberia, by Liberians are in Liberians' name, but they are actually ran by Lebanese and foreigners.
They
You
they get
see?
they get bulk of the money.
Yeah, they got a bug of the money they control. And if you look at this particular company that, or what his name was just talking about, I know the AMR, there's a company that also have ties with Connex. Connex is involved with petroleum products.
Mhm.
Then they also had ties with some kind of US based a company too, even though it's a Liberian company. But so there's companies that want that project, that want that bid, that wants to for the government to give them that bid, have their financial backing comes from these two institutions. So they don't have their own money of their own sitting down like the other company I know they call Planet What that the government did give that project to. So the thing here, labor too, we got to understand is that one of the struggle in the Liberian market is that Liberians are not motivated enough to take over the economy. That is one of the weaknesses that we have. We are not motivated enough to take over our own economy. You see? So what we take our birthright and give it out to other people. So like you talking now, why must you go take a Russian company that have already won a concession agreement, but because they were not in Liberia, I mean they're not operating now. So you want to take it when you know you don't have the means to take over the business. What they get Wodogisi Mountain is still sitting out there. They get other gold mine that people can go and mine there. Why Liberians can't come together, form a company or so, and say, let's go and take the project, or why the government itself can
You
say, you
know
know
what?
what,
You
let's take over this mountain. And whatsoever we do, in this place, we, the government, we will be providing job for our own people, and the money will remain here. The money will remain here, and by that we can start even getting gold. Go. We can start saving gold and strengthen our money because that particular money will remain in Liberia. It will not go.
Terry, I hate to bust your bubble tonight, but we Liberians were very good at suggesting beautiful, beautiful ideas. Good ideas. Go look at the Propo agenda. Beautiful idea. Go look at the rest agenda. When was the last time you heard a government official talking about the rest agenda?
They're
They're not even
talking
talking about
politics right now.
exactly. And even time, ain't even 2029 yet. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. All these things that you're talking about will come on your platform and suggest these things. But if we were to be put in a position to be able to organize and say, you're not for this thing here, don't even look far. Go all over the United States and look at Liberian community organization.
Hmm.
All of them they've been to court. That the people you wanted to sell company together to go do gold mine. That's why the foreigners are enjoying themselves
But
because
that's what we're saying,
the
neighbor.
the
Our
Malian.
problem is ourselves. It's not foreigner. I
No,
don't know
no,
why
it's
would
not
have put
foreigner.
the
It's not
complaint on
foreigner. No, it's not.
foreigners
Look,
in.
the Malians and the Lebanese and the foreigner when they come to Liberia, Mali people. Yeah, back in the 70s, the Mali people used to bring their cow from Mali all the way to walk all the way to Montreal. That place they call cow factory now.
Yeah.
They used to be big area for grass. That's how come the Malian and the Guinean they used to take a cow over there to eat.
Yeah, I remember. They used to take the cows there to eat
Now they call it cow factory. That's why they call it
because they
cow
built a
factory.
factory there.
Yes, yes. Okay.
But
Now
our whole place was like a swampy area.
swamp area they play the cow they used to eat. They walk all the way to come over there. Those same people that walk those cows today, their grandchildren are rich in Liberia. When the people come in, I used to be a goldsmith working for a
Hmm.
guy from Mali guy. The whole shop was Malian shop. The goldsmith, they taught me how to do goldsmith, elephant bracelet, lacquer chain, hot, country hot on a ring. I used to do all of that stuff. You put a thing there, you blow it, feel.
Target papel
Yeah,
baku.
I said I did. The only problem I had was when they're getting women and bring their gold, right? You have to weigh the gold. But they want certain things. Some of they want elephant bracelet, or some of they want a chain, and you got a saw. The dust, the wind will blow the dust. When you finish fixing everything, the people want the gold you weigh. When they weigh again, they say, "Oh, what the other people? How come it's short?" Well, man, I've been filing, I've been fixing, and it go. No, you stole. They call it
Oh,
CID. Yeah, because every weekend I'm at the CID headquarters. Until the people know me, as soon as I get look at Mr. Toe, as soon as people leave, Samson, as soon as people leave, you go home. Because people now are not stealing. I explained to them. Even the Malian guy explained it. But the main thing, the reason I'm talking about this, the guy, there were 7 of them in one room. My boss.
wow.
Anytime anybody from Mali come, they go in that room. The Lebanese guy that I used to work for, the young man that I used to work for on Benson Street, underneath Wilmot Stubberfield father house,
Yeah.
okay, on the Getty Street and Benson Street. The guy myself, almost about the same age. But what they did, the Lackey's brothers, they put money together and rented a place for him, put and stacked the place. So he was mining the store pretty much. But he was also, instead of getting paid, he used the money to buy the stuff from them. To buy in less than 1 year, he owns a store. In less than 1 year, he has his own apartment. He left from Waterside and started living in Mama Point. And I used to go to a place that when first time hearing the ABBA, you remember the music, ABBA, Fernando. You're smart to hear that one. But they're from Sweden. Those 2 girls and 2 guys. They call it ABBA. The good music, the beautiful music. That was my first time hearing ABBA. I said, the other music here. That time Prince Nigo in style. I said they want different from Prince Nigo. But the point here is this. Here in America, when somebody relative comes here, they can't stay in your house. The first thing the man come in, you can't stay here. You bang, I said 19, you get nothing for you. I was guessing myself. I'm sending your money for you to eat every day. Why? How you think I'm going to save here and still send you money for you to eat?
But they don't know America are
That
the
the
boom,
first thing
man.
they say,
You
you
can see
bang up,
energy.
send 19, you bang up, send 19, you even get anything here. I was going to school. I was sending your money. I got family here. I was still sending your money. I put food on my table on my family. I put food on the table. How am I going to get $1 million? And that's one of the reasons why for Liberian men to be rich is difficult. We share with family members. Here.
But liberal, all those things is not what we are not motivated to do. We are not motivated at all when it comes to taking over in our economy. We are not motivated. That's just it. We feel more relaxed talking. Like what you saying, you get your money, you send it home. to your people. You want to see your people living good life. But we so small minded. We chase the crumbs instead of the big things. Only few Liberians got a big mind. But many of us who have that, like listen to what he means said, what he mean, Jeremiah Kuhn. He said the foreigners they can steal big money while the Liberians steal small money. You see, you muted. Liberians stealing 3-4 thousand, the foreigners stealing 100,000.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see the disparity.
I agree.
So
Anyway,
our priority is that we feel we scared to do big things because we feel that if we do big things, it will alarm big.
and
But if
if you leave, you steal. The people laugh at you. You are there where you
they
do
will laugh
nothing.
at you, you
But
are
when
there,
you
you
steal,
didn't do nothing.
the people get angry. Why you stealing? Like, bro, man. Anyway, let me call my daughter.
Yeah. So
Terry, thank you for the night.
yeah,
I'm
man,
gonna
Lego.
let's use this as a closing anyway. We pass, but join me tomorrow. Let's.
Okay.
I think tonight the issue was for me, Terry. Truthfully, dictatorship don't come overnight. It creeps in before you look. It taking over your government. You have to put strong. You have to be strong and put your foot down to say no. To say no. If President Weah was not the type of person who puts Liberia first at my belief at certain time now all of the time, he would have accepted what's his name Samuel to suggestion. Be a dictator, benevolent dictator. All you have to do is share money with a lawmaker, and who will stop? Who in the house able to tell the president no? Who in the house that the only person that was in the house that was tell that Yaka Koluba used to stand up to them. But all of the people right now, which one of the people among them that will stand in front of President Baka and say no, they want not working? Let me bring in my daughter. Terry, thank you very much. Join me tomorrow. I beg you.
Okay, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, folks, Samson told LeBron Public, give you a minute here. So I'm gonna bring my daughter on set here, and just she will tell us how old she is. Um, that the one daughter milk I can be stealing. So yes, she is. Come right here. That's my daughter, Princess. How old are you now? Oh, you Jack. 16 years old. Okay, going to almost 50. But anyway, happy birthday. I know your mom will be joining us here very shortly, so we say thank you. Anything you want to say to moi, to me? Yeah, exactly my point. I don't want our daughter milk I can be stealing. My Esther, I don't want daughter milk I can be stealing. And then they get she over there right now. Actually, one can be coming here to come disturb me. But anyway, thank you very much. Happy birthday. We wish you more and more, and continue to do good things. And God will be there for you. Thank you very much. Uh, go ahead. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Again, Samson told La Bro Pablito, folks. I want to thank all of you tonight for tuning in. Like I said, we don't have to benefit for campaigning. Let the other people benefit, but that's okay. We will do what we have to do to make sure this government succeeds, and that's all we're trying to do. We're not against anybody. We're not against the government. We just want the government to succeed. With that, I'll say thank you guys very much. Immediately after the show, I will be getting to work again. This is what I've been doing here for a very long because I want to make sure. I want to make sure. Yeah, she pretty. She got it. They find them from me. Rescue two. Get out my show, man. That ain't one milk I can be stealing. She coming. She want to disturb my show now. That whole juice I can be stealing. So the man find out I can be stealing. You should not buying the juice again. So when she got the juice, she just put it in the daughter. The daughter take it to school now. So they don't keep the juice. I will find it. I will look for it. I will find the juice. But anyhow, thank you guys. Thank you very much. We'll be here again tomorrow to do what we have to do. This is all about Liberia, folks. Let's continue to pray for one another, and we're not coming to the position of hate or envious or what have you. We'll be truthful to each other. Y'all heard Clarence David, a staunch supporter of this government. But he's very truthful. When he sees something not right, he said. But at the same time, he doesn't want you to be disrespectful to the president. And I don't want you to be disrespectful to the president either, because we will tell you when I hear a guy push around Samson too. Good night, folks. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Let's continue to pray for one another. Good night.
This is Samson too. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
Mr. Samson is the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of hotel. So put some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you.
Toro